So tonight we are looking at the volume of cubes and rectangular prisms. Okay. So before we move and we look at actually the questions that we're going to be looking at, all right, I want to talk to you guys about a good way to remember what's the difference between surface area, right, and what's the difference between volume. Okay, so the one way that I always remember what the difference between surface area and volume is, okay, is I think about biology or the human body. All right, so biology or the human body. Okay, and I think about the fact that you've got, all right, surface area, and surface area begins with the letter S. Okay, now on the human body, who knows what the biggest organ is in the human body? Who knows what the biggest organ is in the human body? Does anyone know? Who can tell us in the chat? Well done, Wilalo. Well done, Jaden. Okay, awesome. The biggest organ in the human body is actually your skin. Okay, your biggest organ in your human body is actually your skin. Now, the skin covers the outside of your human body. In other words, your skin is like the surface area of your body. Okay, so you can think of your skin as being the outside, the surface area of your body. Okay, so your skin is the outside, it's the surface area, it's the space on the outside. All right, whereas tonight, we're going to be looking at volume. Now, in your body, okay, right? And if you look at your wrist, you can probably see them through your skin here. They're through your skin, all right? There's these things that carry all your blood through all of your body parts, from your heart all over the place to your lungs, to your brain, to your arms, to your fingers, and they begin with a V. What's that called? Good. All right, awesome, guys. Okay, so inside your body, you have these things called veins. And your veins are on the inside, okay? Your veins are on the inside, all right? And your veins, all right, outside, and your veins are on the inside. So that's just one way that I always remember. Surface area is like your skin. Surface area is on the outside, okay? Whereas volume is your veins, and volume is on the inside. Okay, surface area, skin on the outside, volume, veins on the inside. Surface area, skin, outside, volume, veins, inside. All right, so that's just an easy way that you can think about it. You might have different ways to think about it. That's the way I always picture it. All right, so let's go to our worksheet for tonight. So if we look at making 1 millimeter cubed, so when we're looking at volume, okay, when we're looking at volume, all right, we're always looking at a unit measurement of cubed. Okay, so that's the unit measurement we're looking at. When we did surface area, we were looking at squared, and when we were looking at volume, we're looking at cubed. So to make a millimeter cubed, think about if you had a piece of bread. Okay, so think about a piece of bread, guys. All right, so I've got a piece of bread. Okay, you've pulled a piece of bread off, all right, and squish it with your fingers. So you're taking this piece of bread and you're squishing it. You're squishing it, you're squishing it until it measures 1 millimeter long by 1 millimeter high, okay, by 1 millimeter wide. So who hasn't done that before? You've taken this teeny tiny little piece of bread and you've squished it with your fingers until you've made it into this little cube. All right. If you think about it in real life, all right, that's a teeny tiny piece, okay? if you think about in real life some measurements, the size of the tip of your finger, so if you look at the tip of your finger at the moment, all right, is about a centimeter cubed. So if the tip of your finger, that's actually 1 centimeter cubed. Okay, so that little space at the tip of your finger is actually the same as a centimeter cubed. All right, or you can think of it as if you cut a slice of bread that's 1 centimeter thick, and then from that you cut a cube that measures 1 centimeter long by 1 centimeter wide. It'll then have a height of 1 centimeter high, and that would then also be a cube. Okay. Or we could look at the net below to make a paper model of a centimeter cubed. So let's look at our net. So last week we looked at some nets, but this net below could also give me a centimeter cubed. So if I'm looking at this net and it's to give me a centimeter cubed, it means that this side would be 1 centimeter. Right, page just jumped up a little bit. Let's just move that up. Right, this side would be 1 centimeter. This side would be 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, etc., etc., etc. So all the sides would be 1 centimeter. Very similar to those nets that we drew last week. All right. So last week we looked at taking our shapes, our 3D shapes, and we made them into nets. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on that this week. If you missed that lesson, please go back and watch the lesson that we did so that you understand how to do that. This week we're going to look at how do we convert between those cubic units. So when we did squares, we looked at converting between square units. Today, we're going to spend a little bit of time on how to convert between cubic units now. So just as a reminder, 1 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter, all right? However, 1 centimeter squared is going to be equal to 100 millimeters squared. 1,000 millimeters is equal to 1 meter, all right? But 1 million millimeters squared equals 1 meter squared. Okay, let's go have a look at how we did that before. Let's go have a look at our lesson where we practiced that before. All right, so if you remember, we spoke about this. We said 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, but we don't want just plain centimeters. We want to square them. So what do? We square this side. Whatever we do to that side, we must do to this side. So 10 squared is 100 millimeters squared. 1 squared is 1 centimeters squared. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at another one of the examples they gave us. They said to us, right? They said 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. So if we're doing that, 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter. So what do I want to do on both sides? I want to square it, hey? So on this side, I square it. Whatever I do to that side, I must do to this side. So 1,000 squared is the same thing as saying 1,000 times by 1,000. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 millimeters squared equals 1 times 1 gives me 1. meter squared. Okay, I hope that you remember that from my lesson. If you're a little bit rusty on it still, please go back and just watch that lesson that we did. It was all about squaring, and we spent quite a bit of time on doing that. Okay, so that's how we do that for our square numbers. All right. What happens now when we have cubed numbers? So what happens when we have cubed numbers? So let's have a look at what happens if we have cubed numbers. All right, let's add a page here for you guys. Okay, so what they're saying to us is they're saying, if we had to have, okay, 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter, all right, and we wanted to cube it now. Whatever I do to the one side, I must do to the other side. So what does it mean, guys, when I want to cube something? I'm saying 10 times 10 times 10, hey? Okay, so 10 times 10 times 10 gives me 1,000 millimeters cubed. And 1 cubed, 1 times 1 times 1 gives me 1 centimeter cubed. Okay. All right, let's do one more together. Let's go say 1,000 millimeters gives me 1 meter. If I want to cube them, I'm going to do that. Whatever I do to the one side, I must do to the other side. Okay. So, 1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000. 1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000. My goodness, how many zeros am I going to have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 millimeters cubed equals 1 meter. All right. So that's exactly how we would do the volume. We would do it exactly the same as when we did the squared. Okay. How is this going to help us? Let's go see. Well, in our next question now, right, we're going to have a look at working out. First of all, in this question, you're going to go calculate for me the number of cubes in each of the following models. So I want you to have a look at those drawings, okay? And you're going to calculate how many cubes are in number 1, how many cubes are in number 2, and then how many cubes are in number 3. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to go work those out. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to go calculate how many cubes are in those drawings for me. Go work those out for me. You have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes. Okay, use your 3 minutes, please.
Guys, you are doing excellent. Keep up the good work. And remember that if this is new to you, do not stress, guys. Teacher Kirsty really provides excellent guidelines. So if maybe something is too quick for you or you do not feel comfortable trying this by yourself, just sit back, take a minute, read the question, and wait for the guidelines that Teacher Kirsty provides and make some notes, guys, so that you have those guidelines by hand at all times, okay? But you guys are doing excellent. Just keep up the good work. Keep going.
Awesome. Okay, we have so many people that have answers here already, Mr. Hugo. Look at all these amazing grade 7s. And I have so many people who already want to give me answers. But guys, you still have 1 minute to go. So I'm going to wait for that 1 minute in the meantime. Okay, I am hoping that you guys are all doing the question. Not hoping, you guys should all be doing the question. I'm really hoping you've taken a screenshot of the screen so you can go back and do the question again as well, because guys, this question, so popular in your tests and exams. All right, they love this question in a grade 7 test and exam. So I really hope that you've taken the question down, that you've taken a nice screenshot of it, because I'm pretty sure you're going to see it again. I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line in grade 7, you might see this question again, if you haven't seen it already in a test or exam. Pretty sure. Okay, so make sure you've taken a screenshot of it, all right? So that you can go back and you can have a look at it again. Okay. So, all right, you have had 3 minutes. Guys, if you want to answer questions, you have to have your hands up. So let's go with Kiamo. Hi, Kiamo.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you? How are you?
Ma'am, I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Right.
I'm
Talk
good.
to me about
Right. Talk to me
1.1.
about 1.1.
How many blocks did you
How
get?
many blocks did you get?
Ma'am, I got 11 cubes.
Well done. I got 11.
I got 11.
Should we go count them
Should
with
we go
everybody?
count them with everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay.
how many
So
rows
how
do
many
you
rows
get when you
do
look
you
at it?
get when you look at it?
Ma'am?
So if I'm looking
So
at it,
if
do you
I'm
agree
looking
that
at
there's
it, do you agree that there's
3 rows
three
of
rows
cubes,
of cubes, eh?
Yes, ma'am.
So there's like this
So
row
there's like
here,
this.
then there's this row over here, and then there's this row over here, guys. So I'm hoping you can see that there's these 3 rows of cubes. So that's what you first need to look at, that there's these 3 rows of cubes that we're looking at, guys. Okay, so if I'm looking at that, I've got 3 rows of cubes that are going backwards. So I've got cube number 1, cube number 2, okay? Then behind that, I've got cube number 3, cube number 4, okay? Then underneath this cube on the top, I've got a cube underneath that. So I'll have cube number 5, cube number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, and number 11. So I completely agree. I have 11 cubes for that first one. Well done. All right. Let's go with Shaylin. Hi, Shaylin.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Right, Shaylin, talk to me about 1.2. How many blocks did you get or cubes for 1.2?
Ma'am, I got... Wait, ma'am.
That's okay. How many did you get?
Ma'am, I got 12. No.
Did you get 12?
Oh, not 12. 3, 6. Yes, I'm right.
Okay, let's
Ma'am,
go
am I
count
correct?
together. Let's go see. So I get, so I can see that there's 2 rows on the bottom here, hey? So 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1 behind it, 4.
Yes, 4,
5,
5,
and there's 1 behind it, 6.
6,
Then I've got 7, 8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10.
11.
Yes, that's
I
what
get
I
11.
got.
Oh, why are you doubting yourself?
Yo, ma'am, I'm just getting confused for no reason.
That's it. Don't doubt yourself. You must be confident in your maths. Okay, you must be confident. You know what you're doing. Okay.
Yes,
Well
thank
done.
you, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right. Ramsey, before you fall through the door, give me 1.3. Hi, Ramsey.
Hello, ma'am.
How many did you get for 1.3, Ramsey? Are you double checking?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I got 18, ma'am.
Well done. I agree with you, Ramsey. I also get 18 cubes. Well done, Ramsey. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well done, everybody. Okay, so let us continue on, all right, with our worksheets. So it says, oh my goodness, are we ready to go? Okay. I'm going to block B off because we're not dealing with rectangles tonight. We're only dealing with cubes. It says how many more blocks are needed? So how many more blocks are we going to put in to construct a cube? Okay, so how many more blocks do we need to put into this drawing? Okay, how many more blocks do we need to put into the drawing to construct the cube? I'm going to give you 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. How many more blocks do we need to put in to construct the cube? How many more blocks do we need to put in to construct the cube? How many more blocks to construct the cube? 2 minutes. All right. Yo, so many people already. Right, let's go with Lungi. Hi, Lungi.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, ma'am.
Good. Lungi, talk to me. How many more blocks do we need to put into this cube?
We need 6 more blocks.
Awesome. I need to put 6 more in. Well done. 6 more blocks. Because let's go see how many are missing. So what would need to happen? We have 2 more rows. Whoopsie. Oh, my screen's going all weird stuff, hey? So I need 2 more rows, hey? Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
And I need 3 more columns, hey?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Well done. Thank you, Longi.
Welcome, ma'am.
All right. So some people are saying to me, ma'am, it's 12. Oh, let's go see. Maybe you're right. Do you know what? Kimo, you are right. Sorry, Lungi. Lungi, I apologize. Kimo is right because I would need 2 more. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need 2 more of those. So Kimo, you are 100% right. Kimo's saying to me, ma'am, that's not right. We need 12 more blocks. So guys, we actually need 12 more blocks. We need 6 more blocks on one row and we need 6 blocks on another row. So all together, we need 12. Shaylin, you marked yours wrong. Shaylin, I told you, you must be confident. You must tell me that I am wrong. Okay, you must tell me that I'm wrong. Mulalo, you thought you were doing the same from above. Mulalo, we've got to read the question properly. Okay, make sure you're reading the question properly. All right. Okay, guys. Let's have a look at our next question. So, if each block is 1 centimeter squared, then work out the volume of each complete cube. I think we're going to skip that one for now because that one's a bit tricky and we don't really need to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to move on and we're going to look at these next lot of questions, guys. Okay, we're going to move on and we're going to look at the next lot of questions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring 2 pages up for us like this. Okay, I'm going to move down. All right. So we're now going to calculate the volume of a cube. Okay, we're going to do the volume of a cube. Okay, so if I'm doing the volume of a cube, I'm going to start with 3.1 for you, and I'm going to show you first how to do the volume of a cube, and then I want you to try and do it by yourself. So I'm going to start with volume. Now, it's really important that the first thing you do is you put down, all right, what the formula is for volume. So when we're calculating the formula for volume, we always say that volume is equal to, okay, side cubed. So for a square or a cube, sorry, when we calculate the volume for a cube, volume is equal to side cubed. And in 3.1, my side is equal to 25. Okay, so in 3.1, my side is equal to 25 centimeters. So I've got volume equals side cubed. So it's equal to 25, and I've got a cubed. Right. On your calculators, it doesn't often have the cubed sign on it unless you're using one of those fancy calculators. So what does that actually mean? It means 25 times 25 times 25. Guys, cubed does not mean 25 times 3. What does it mean? It means 25 times 25 times 25. Please be careful, okay? It's really important that you understand this from the time you're in grade 7, okay? Mulalo, you are right. It's the number times by itself 3 times. Thank you, Mulalo. Thank you. Okay, so Cabello, thank you for giving me the answer. Cabello is telling me that it's 15,625, and it's centimeters cubed. Okay. All right. So that's the format that we use. We say volume equals side cubed. Open brackets, we put our figure in, the amount that they give us, and we cube it, and we get our answer. I'm going to bring up the other 2 questions for you guys so you can go and try it by yourself. So there is 3.2 and 3.3 for you. I want you guys to go and give that a try. We are going to give you 3 minutes to go and try those. So 3 minutes to go try 3.2 and 3.3. Go and work those out for us. 3 minutes to go do 3.2 and 3.3. 3 minutes to go do 3.2 and 3.3. Make sure you write your formula out, you put in the numbers, you do the calculation. Okay, making sure you're doing all the workings. Do you know why it's important to do the workings, grade 7s? I'm going to tell you while you're working it out. Okay, it's important that you show you're working out because in your test or in your exam, let's say by accident you put the wrong number inside your calculator, all right? If you're doing it on the calculator, or let's say when you go do your sum on the side, by mistake, maybe you add a 5 instead of a 2, you make a small mistake, all right? If you've gone and you've shown your working out all the way along the way, your teacher can still give you some marks. Whereas if you've just gone and you've put the answer down, you haven't shown any workings, all right? It means that your teacher can't give you any marks. Okay, it's really, really important that you put the formula in, all right? That you put in the substitution, so you go put that figure in, okay? And then you put your answer. It's really, really important, grade 7s. All right, I'm seeing some hands going up. Well done, guys. We've got 1 more minute left. Sure, we're working very hard tonight, Mr. Hugo, hey? Very, very hard.
We are working hard, and the questions that I see are coming in are also, well, the answers, sorry, are also very good answers. So it seems to not be too difficult for most of them.
Absolutely, that's great. Okay, 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute. I see you waving at me. I see you guys. I see you. Okay. Oh, I wish that there were more questions so I could give everyone a chance to answer, Mr. Hugo, hey?
I know, because they are just so keen, but
know.
I hope that these students all wanting to answer the question actually also wrote down the question on their paper, so that even if they don't
Me
get
too.
to answer it, they do have something to go back to.
Absolutely. Okay, let's have a look. So 3.2, let's see who's going to help us out. So there was one person who had their hand up first when I was looking. Let's see if we can get the screen to be working properly. And that was Asonge. Hi, Asonge.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself, ma'am? Ma'am, I'm
Good.
not too sure about
It's
my
okay.
answer, but
A confidence, Asonge. Be confident. Let's go. Come on. You got this. Okay. So first you wrote
okay.
down volume equals
The volume equals size.
like that,
Then
okay?
I said I put the brackets, then I put 32 in it, then I closed it, then I put the small 3 on top. Then I said equals 32 times 32 times 32.
Well done.
Then I got 32,768 millimeters square. Is it millimeters square, ma'am?
It's millimeters cubed. You are a rock star. Well done. You see, and you were nervous about your answer, and it's right. Well
Yes,
done.
ma'am.
Well
Thank
done.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, Asonge. Well done. Okay. All right. So Asonge has got us 1 right already. 3.3. Oh my goodness, there's so many hands up. Let's go with cursor is paused. Mr. Hugo, I don't know if you can help me out. Oh, there we go. Never mind. It's unpaused. Okay, Jabulile, before your hand comes through my screen. Hello, Jabulile.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, Jabulile, help me out. How are you first?
I'm good, and you, ma'am?
I'm good. Jabulile, help me out with 3.3. How do I do it?
Ma'am, I said V equals to side cube,
Well done.
and then I put 0,4 in brackets, and then cube,
Good. Well done.
and then 0,4 times 0,4 times 0,4,
Good. Cool.
and I got 0,064 meter cube.
Well done. Amazing. Thank you so much for your help. That was great. Well done, Jabulile. I like your structure. I like the layout. It is perfect. I hope everybody stuck to your layout, and I hope that they learned from you. Well done, Jabulile. Thank you. All right, guys. So we are getting some really good answers tonight. We are going to finish the class with a challenge. So let's have a look at this last challenging question. I do not want you to get scared. So let's have a look at what it says. The last challenging question is something that we learned higher up on the page. All right. And so we're looking at question 5. And it says, convert the following volumes into centimeters cubed. Convert the following volumes into centimeters cubed. So I'm going to do the first one for you. Okay. It says to me, 2,000 millimeters cubed, and it wants me to convert it into centimeters cubed. So I'm going to remind you guys, what do I say to myself? I say, well, 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters, hey? Then I'm going to say, on this side I'm going to cube it, on this side I'm going to cube it. So 1 centimeter cubed equals 10 times 10 times 10 gives me 1,000 millimeters cubed. So 2,000 millimeters cubed equals how many centimeters cubed? 2,000 millimeters cubed will give me 2 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that's how I do my workings. All right, I go work out how many millimeters cubes are in a centimeter cubed, and I saw it was 1,000, so I needed to divide by 1,000. All right, so that was number 5A done for you. All right, I want you guys to go have a look at how you do number. Let's go with number B and C for now. So go calculate number B and go calculate number C for me. Go write them down on your page. Go try it for us first. All right, we're going to give you 3 minutes. Go try B and go try C. Remember, each time you have to come into centimeters cubed. Okay, go try those ones for us. 3 minutes to go try. Into centimeters cubed. I want to remind you, it's centimeters cubed. It's not into centimeters, okay? It's very different to if you're just converting from millimeters to centimeters. So be careful, because I'm getting some people who are messaging me in the chat and who are saying to me, oh, ma'am, but you're supposed to divide by 10. No. Remember earlier on, we looked at it. We looked at during those calculations, okay? I know it's challenging. But you guys can do this. You can do this. All right. I have faith in you. Okay, you have 2 more minutes. Okay, 1 more minute. 1 more minute. All right. Let's go have a about number A again. So for number A, all right, it was 2000 millimeters cubed, and you needed to convert it to centimeters cubed. So I said to you guys, all right, I know that 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. If I want it to be cubed, what must I do to both sides? I must cube both sides. So that means when I cube both sides, 10 cubed gives me 1000 millimeters cubed, and 1 cubed gives me 1 centimeter cubed. So that means to get from millimeters cubed to centimeters cubed, I must divide by 1000. So 2000 millimeters cubed gives me 2 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that was A. Let's look at B. Maybe let's put B in a different color so you guys can see nicely. All right, let's make B purple. All right, so B. B is asking me to have 1,5 meters cubed and to put it into centimeters cubed. Okay, so the first most important thing that I need to say to myself is that the most important thing I need to say to myself, right, is 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So that's the most important thing. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Now I tell myself, okay, well, what do I need to do to both sides? I need to cube them. So 1 cubed is 1 meter cubed is equal to 100 cubed is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running out of space, sorry. Centimeters. Centimeters cubed. So in other words, what do I need to do? I need to multiply by 1,000. Multiply by 1 million. Apologies. Multiply by 1 million. And so 1,5 meters cubed gives me 1,500,000 centimeters cubed. Okay. And my final question that I had there was another one that had millimeters cubed in it. So yay, because we already calculated those ones. Yay, thank goodness for that. So we can go straight into 50. So C, 50,000 millimeters cubed. We said earlier on that 1,000 millimeters cubed equals 1. So what do we need to do? We need to divide by 1,000. So we get 50 centimeters cubed. Okay. All right. I hope that you guys got those all right. I see some hands clapping, so that's a good sign. All right, guys. So I am going to lower all your hands. I'm going to ask Mr. Hugo if he can put the poll up for tonight. There are 111 people in class tonight. I would like 111 people to answer the poll, please. So before you go anywhere, you're going to answer this poll, all right? Or if somebody already left before they answered the poll, then If you do have any questions, you are more than welcome to stay and ask me a question. If you don't have any questions, guys, we will see you guys on Wednesday when we're going to do the volume of rectangular prisms, and then we're going to do a really nice summary page on surface area and volume. So we're going to do a nice little summary that's going to have everything on one page for you guys so that you can stick it up in your bedroom with all your other maths notes that we've done so far, and you can use it for exams. Otherwise, for those of you who don't have any questions, thank you so much, guys. We will see you on Wednesday. All right, let's go with Shady. Right, Shady. Hi, Shady.
Hi, ma'am.
Shady?
Can you hear me?
How? I can hear you. What's up?
Ma'am,
Yep.
ma'am, can you please go up to the conversion table?
Sure, of course I can. Let's go see conversion table all the way up. There we go. Talk to me.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem. You just want to take a
Ma'am, I just
photo.
wanted a screenshot of that.
No problem. Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem, Shady. Thank you. See you on Wednesday. All right. Mishle. Hi, Mishle.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm getting you, ma'am.
I'm good. What's up?
Ma'am, I actually have 2 questions, ma'am.
Sure.
So, may you please go to number 1.2, ma'am.
1.2. That one over there with 11 cubes.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Okay,
ma'am, when
cool.
I was when I was counting the cubes, ma'am, I got 13 cubes, ma'am, because like I counted the bottom 3, and then I counted
the 3 behind it.
Ma'am, you see the bottom 3, ma'am. I counted like the sides, the side of that the third cube, ma'am. The side of that
Hold
cube.
on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Do you agree there's 3 in the front, eh?
Yes, ma'am.
So you got 3 in the front. Okay, let's go with that. So you happy that there's 3 in the front? 1, 2, 3. You good?
3.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are there 3 behind it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, how many do you say are behind those 3?
Oh wait, there is 3, ma'am. Because it's a
so
the next
so there's
row,
3 in
ma'am.
the front, and then there's 3 behind it. Good. And then do you agree that there's 3 on top of those 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Plus 3. Plus, and then how many on
So
top of
then
those?
that would make it 2, ma'am.
2.
So then that would make it 2. Wait. Okay, I could just calculate that. 9 plus 2. Oh, so 3 plus 3, which is 6, plus another 3 is 9, plus another 2 is 11. Okay, I understand, ma'am.
There you go. Does it make sense? Because you know what happens
Yes, ma'am, makes
sometimes?
sense.
Like you almost need to just like stop, take a breath, and then just think about it slowly and then write it out. Do you see how I wrote it out like that?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
otherwise you start getting so confused. You're like, oh my gosh, there's just so many squares and there's blocks and what is going on? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, talk to me about the next one.
Ma'am, so for number 3.1, ma'am.
3.1, yeah.
Yes. So, ma'am, so like when you said volume equals S cubed, ma'am. So, ma'am, another like how I usually calculate volume, like at school, ma'am, we say like length times breadth times height.
Yep.
So like with the front face of the cube, ma'am, we make like a Z where we start at the length and then the breadth and then the height. And then so now, ma'am, for that, ma'am, wouldn't like it be like equal, ma'am, since
that's it.
like
so it's going to be 25 times 25 times 25.
Wait.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're
I
welcome.
understand now,
No
ma'am.
problem. Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for all your questions.
Teacher
You're welcome,
Kirsty,
ma'am.
Yes, Mr.
Bye,
Hugo.
ma'am.
Bye.
before we do the last question for tonight, I just want to say maybe we should make a note. I've been getting some questions in the chat about examples where that they have gotten before, where maybe the volume or the total surface area has been given, and then a length or a width or a breadth has been left out, and then how they do the reverse to then get the
Oh
length
my
or the breadth
goodness. In
after
grade
the
7.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
maybe we should just quickly explain that next time, just make a note
of course
about
we
that.
can. That's quite
Because
hectic.
I
That's a
think
grade
it's
9 question, but we can do that definitely. That's a grade 9
okay.
question. But
Okay, I just
definitely,
thought,
Mr. Hugo, we can do that. But
okay.
that's a grade 9 question, Mr. Hugo. But we can do it on Wednesday. My goodness, I don't know which school's teaching such hard questions.
Yeah, I also don't know. I just got a
My
question
word.
about that, and I thought, I mean, I typed best I can, but that is something
Yes.
that we
Thanks,
can just
Mr.
do a
Hugo.
5-minute explanation.
Absolutely, we can have a look at that. But that's not even grade 8, Mr. Hugo. That's grade 9.
Oh goodness.
Yes, but we'll have a look. No problem. Okay, I'm going to take
Thanks.
one more question, Mr. Hugo, and then we are out. Okay,
Okay.
so let's go. Anam. Hi, Anam.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
Ma'am, can you please explain how you got the answer for 3.3?
3.3. Sure. So for 3.3, we've got 0,4. Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
So volume equals side cubed. So
Okay.
0,4 to the power of 3. So 0,4 times 0,4 times 0,4. Now, Anam, if you're not doing it with a calculator and you're doing it by yourself, so in your head or on paper, then
Yes, ma'am.
0,4 is the same thing as saying 4 over 10 times 4 over 10 times 4 over 10. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 4 times 4 times 4 gives me 64, hey?
Yes, ma'am.
Over 10 times 10 times 10 gives me
100.
1,000. Careful. 10 times 10 times 10 gives me 1,000, hey?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so if I look at that, how many decimal places do I need to move back? I need to move back 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have 0,064.
Ooh.
Does it make
So
sense?
I replaced the number 1,000 with
Yeah.
2 zeros and 64 practically.
That's it. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.